today's video, I'm going to show you my top 5 hotspots on Layton Lake. This is in my personal opinion. All of these spots are incredibly good, and at the end of the video, I'm going to throw in some other spots that I think are incredibly good that I didn't include. But if you go to these spots, you're guaranteed some pretty big animals and get big game. I've gotten diamonds out of these spots countless times. Let's get on to the video, boys. Our first spot is going to be right here at Layton River. There is big moose and black-tailed deer here. Every time I go here, I always see a bunch. And there's also a bunch of caribou, I think it is, and elk. Not caribou, elk, my bad. There's a bunch of caribou here. As you can see here, I just start shooting a bunch because, I don't know, there's a bunch of them. But this is a really good spot for elk and moose and black-tailed deer. It's right in the river. This river is a really good spot for game. This whole river right here. I was going up to get the animals I just shot, and I saw this big ass moose, so shoot him real quick. So yeah, this river that I was talking about, this river, there's just so many animals up and down this river. Here's one of the elks I got a minute ago, and then I'm going to show you all the moose at this spot. This was spot number 1, boys. Here's the moose we got. Just up and down these rivers basically, and I'm going to show you a few other spots, boys. Next spot we got up is beside this outpost at this lake. This spot is incredibly good. Like this is a really good spot. There is so many moose and black-tailed deer here. It's just insane. So we're gonna get this deer real quick. This black-tailed deer. I see a few of them across there. We're gonna try to get one real quick. I'm gonna shoot this moose first. But like I said, this spot is incredibly good. It's right beside an outpost, which is really good. And it looks like that's gonna do it for the moose. Let's see if we can get one of those deer real quick. Let's see if we can find them. There they are. See if we can get him real quick. Yeah, we got him. We're gonna have to track him for a bit, but this is a really good spot, boys. Really good. Also in this spot, boys, there's a lot of bear. I've seen a lot of bear in this spot. Like, I think it's a lot of black bear that I've seen here, but there's a lot of bear. And here's the deer that we got, boys. It's a pretty nice black-tailed deer. But yeah, there's a bunch of bear, black-tailed deer, and moose in this spot. Let's go on to the next spot, boys. Here's spot number 3. It's right up above our last spot, a little bit up at this lake, up here beside Balmont. This is also a really good spot for like moose and black-tailed deer. There's just a bunch of moose on Layton Lake. Yeah, like right here, there's a bunch of moose. And bear here. I've gotten a diamond moose here. 2 diamond moose here, matter of fact. At this spot right here. We're about to shoot this moose right here. We just gotta move up a bit. Pretty good sized moose here. Every time I go there. This spot is also a spot for the drinking zones. So that's another reason why they're here a lot. But up along that river is like, they're all drinking zone. They will be up along that river. Them and black-tailed deer. If you just go up that river, you'll find them everywhere. Our next spot up is this lake over here. This lake is extremely good. Like, there's so much stuff here. It's a drinking spot and a feeding spot and a resting zone for a bunch of animals. Here I see some moose. I see a pretty decent sized moose over there, right there. 3 very easy. Try to get him real quick, boys. But right here, this is a really good spot. It's an amazing spot for moose and black-tailed deer. There is just a ton of moose on Layton Lake. So if you're trying to get a big moose, go to these spots. These are amazing spots. There's also a bear in the back we probably could have got. But yeah, this is a really good spot for moose and bear at this lake. Next up, we got this lake right here, which is right beside this outpost, which is really good. There is a bunch of black-tailed deer here. I don't think I've ever seen that many moose here, but there is always a bunch of black-tailed deer here. Always. I also find this area particularly good for white-tailed deer too. I saw some pretty good white-tailed game over this area. I don't think I've ever seen that many moose. I've seen a few bears over in this area, but this is a really good lake for black-tailed deer and white-tailed deer. Is what you want to be. They're also over on that side over there too. They'll be running up and around and drinking and feeding and resting. So make sure to look out for that, boys. So So that's my top 5 spots on Layton Lake, boys. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I'm going to show you a few other spots. This lake right here is good for like duck and black-tailed deer. Really good for that. This lake over here is really good for bear. I've seen some pretty massive bear there. And if you go up here towards the river, this whole river system is really good for hunting. Right here, I've seen so many moose and black-tailed deer. And I've heard this part right here is really good. I haven't been there yet, but I've heard that's also a really good spot, boys. Well, that's going to be it for the video today. Thanks for watching, boys. Make sure to like and subscribe, boys. Thanks for watching again, and tell me what y'all get at them spots if you try them out. Let me know in the comments. See you in the next one, boys.